Tonight, flag flying controversy. Why an old flag is sparking a new dispute in Duluth. And fireworks canceled. Superior makes a last-minute move to ditch their aerial display. The city's mayor tells us why. Plus, there's a call to shut down a scenic road in Duluth. Why some think this area needs to be closed to cars to keep people safe.
From CBS3 Duluth, this is the CBS3 News at 10.
Good evening, I'm Anthony Matt. Kristen is off tonight. Thanks for joining us. In a surprise move late this afternoon, the city of Superior announced it was canceling the 4th of July fireworks celebration. CBS3's Kendall Jarbo has details from Mayor Jim Payne about why the city made this last-minute decision.
Mayor Jim Payne said an alarming and rapid rise in the number of COVID cases in Douglas County was the reason for the cancellation. At last check, there were 39 cases in the county and more than 30,000 in Wisconsin. Payne says they'd hoped earlier in the week the rise in the number of cases could be contained, but decided this afternoon it would be irresponsible to hold the fireworks. The city had originally asked people to stay either in or close to their cars to minimize the spread. But Payne says that would have gone against the latest advice from state health officials, who are asking people to stay home.
That's what we're going to ask people to do as well. And unfortunately, we're just not going to be able to have the party. So still encourage you to have a party. Just do it at your house with your immediate family.
Payne says they're looking forward to having the fireworks sometime in the future. There had been some questions about why the races at the Speedway are being allowed to happen tomorrow when the fireworks aren't. Payne says the fireworks are a city event, which they control, and races are a private event, which they don't.
Thanks, Kendall. New at 10, 2 people are recovering from injuries tonight after a jet ski collision in St. Louis County. It happened around 3 o'clock today on Little Sturgeon Lake, north of Chisholm. Authorities say a jet ski with a man and a woman on board was turning when a second jet ski collided with it. All 3 people were ejected. 2 people suffered leg injuries, with one having to be airlifted to Essentia Hospital in Duluth. The 3rd person was not injured. Authorities believe alcohol was a factor in the collision. Meanwhile, if you're drinking on the water this weekend, expect to run into more patrol boats. There will be an increase due to Operation Dry Water. It's a national initiative to stop drunken boating. With the busy holiday weekend ahead and more people being pushed outdoors due to COVID-19, authorities say they will be enforcing the law more. This year's campaign lasts until Sunday, July 5th. Duluth's fire chief is warning about the dangerous dry conditions can have when lighting off fireworks. Chief Sean Courget says with the unseasonably dry, warm weather, setting off fireworks can lead to quick fires. He says big show, illegal fireworks are the most dangerous as the sparks fall in a wide range. Right now, he says one of the biggest concerns is how dry grass and trees are.
It's really dangerous when it's dry, and especially when it's brown. And if you see pine needles that are brown, you know, that's not in every case, of course, but usually that's an indication that the stuff is really dried out, the fuel is dried out, and it'll light really easily.
Fire chief says the most important thing you can do is be aware of your surroundings and respectful towards your community. And while the 4th of July may feel different this year, there's one tradition that will continue. Pets will be rattled by fireworks if they have not been already. CBS3's Ryan Campos spoke with a veterinarian about how you can keep your pets calm.
The loud bangs and booms, screeching sounds, and bright flashes of light are a perfect storm to terrify our pets. Keeping pets inside during big firework nights is key because they might get spooked and take off running. Dr. Kelly Powell works as a veterinarian at Dotary Clinic. She says it might help to put pets in the bathroom, play music, and keep them away from windows. But most importantly, it helps if you yourself remain calm during fireworks.
Important for the owner to just reassure in a non-threatening, calm voice, you know, it's okay, it's fine, and not to get worked up, and not to feed into the dog's anxiety.
Animal Allies in Duluth also adds to get your animal up to date. Make sure they have a good collar on, a tag that has your current address and phone number, and then they are microchipped. And if they do go missing, to call Animal Control or to post about it on the Missing Pets of the Northland Facebook page.
All right, thanks, Ryan. And Caitlin's here to give us a look at weather. Caitlin, it was hot today, but it cooled down rather nicely tonight.
The winds kind of shifted out for us by the lake because temperature-wise, for us, very nice and enjoyable at this point.
Yeah.
Kind of open up the windows, let some of that fresh air back in. 66 currently down here in Canal Park, 71 up on the hill, 70 up in Two Harbors. But if you go further south into the west, Brainerd's still in those 80 degrees. So it is much warmer further inland because the wind shifted for us a little bit, providing some of that easterly wind kind of coming up off the hill. And then you'll notice a lot of those other spots, we're looking at calm wind, so almost no wind at all. We're expected for the rest of the evening. But for us by the head of the lake, we're getting some of that cooler, nice, refreshing air off of Lake Superior. So that's refreshing for us. The Doppler and satellites still showing mostly those clouds that we saw through the 5 and the 6 kind of moved off, as well as those showers. However, if you take a look up to the north, just southwest of International Falls, we've got quite a large cell kind of developing, bringing in some rain showers, some isolated thunderstorms in that cell as well. So that's going to continue working its way east, but it will dissipate because there's quite a bit of dry air it's got to overcompensate for. But tonight here in the Twin Ports, 63, mainly clear skies for the overnight tonight. Nice night to kind of open up those windows, let some air in. I do have your 4th of July forecast coming up, and it is another hot one. So I'll have those details coming up.
Thanks, Caitlin. An old symbol of the Confederacy stirred up a new controversy in the Lakeside neighborhood today. Arthur Germain Jr., a 79-year-old Duluth man, is flying the Confederate flag outside of his home. Another man came along and protested from the sidewalk in front of the house. Germain says he feels the flag is a symbol of the country's cultural heritage, which he thinks is being taken away. He says people should have defended the Confederate statues recently torn down.
The men that marched under that were the envy of the world in their time. They are not to be denigrated. The self-sacrifice that they made, I don't think is ever going to be duplicated.
Germain says he plans to fly the flag again on July 13th, which is Confederate General Nathan Bedford Forrest's birthday, who had strong ties to the KKK. The man who was protesting Germain's flag did not want to go on camera with us, but he did give us a statement saying Germain puts it up to trigger and scare people. He called the flag a symbol of hate. He went on to say the flag does not represent the Lakeside neighborhood, and he wants more people to come out and protest on July 13th when the flag flies again. 2 police squad cars are destroyed following a fire on the Iron Range this morning. According to Virginia Mayor Larry Cuffey Jr., a squad car caught fire from inside the building around 11:20 this morning. He said the fire spread to another squad car, destroying both vehicles, including all the equipment and weapons inside. The garage attachment is a part of City Hall. Mayor Cuffey said City Hall is closed for the holiday weekend and nobody was inside, but the building did receive some smoke damage. Officials are working to determine an exact cause. Another bar in Superior has voluntarily closed their doors due to COVID concerns. The Choo Choo Bar and Grill posted on Facebook today saying they will be closing Saturday. They'll stay closed until they feel it's safe to reopen for their employees and customers. Wisconsin state health officials say a recent spike in cases is likely traced back to bars and restaurants.
We're closing voluntarily due to the spike in COVID cases and the fact that a lot of the other neighborhood bars are closing down. Some of them have had positive cases. In order to avoid that the best that we can, along with all of our other safety measures, we're going to close down.
The Choo Choo Bar joins Charlie Brown's, the Tipsy Beaver, and President's Bar in temporarily closing due to COVID-19 tracing. Now that summer is here, more and more people will be heading outside to hit the trails around Duluth. But locals in the Lakeside and Lester Park neighborhoods are asking city leaders for help near one of the trails, as safety is now a concern. CBS 3's Emma Quinn caught up with neighbors to learn more.
Summer is in full swing, and that means more residents will be out on the trails in Duluth.
Once or twice a week.
I especially like taking pictures of the bridges. That's what I'm mainly doing up here today.
But as some people are getting outdoors, others are concerned for their safety. An online petition created by residents in the Lakeside and Lester Park neighborhood is asking city leaders to close the Skyline Parkway and 7 bridges to traffic. Organizers say speeding cars pose a threat to those walking and biking. Some residents say they don't mind the bridge, but it would relieve some anxiety.
They don't have to worry about the cars screaming by with the little ones. They're pretty good bikers, so we manage fine if it's open, but I wouldn't be sad if it was closed.
Others say it's a hard and long walk from home without access to the bridge.
I think a lot of people don't have the mobility to walk all the way up here whenever they want to see the sights up here or take pictures, or you have a kind of a significant knee injury that limits my ability to walk all the way up here.
The online petition is hoping for at least 100 signatures. The bridge is closed during the winter and reopened in March. Petitioners are hoping city leaders will close it year-round.
CBS did reach out to petition organizers for comment. We have not heard back as of news time. Still to come on Live Local CBS 3, a look at how people are celebrating their independence during a pandemic.
And we've got more heat and humidity headed our way for your holiday weekend. How long will that hang around, and do we see any rain chances? I'll have those details coming up.
Live, local, CBS 3 News at 10 with Kristen Vaki, Anthony Matt, Kelly Hinson, and weather with meteorologist Dave Anderson on Live, local, CBS 3.
Fourth of July starts with 4 big days to save at Home Furniture. Take an extra 10% off sale prices store-wide, plus no interest financing for 3 years and free no-contact shipping. 4 big days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, only at Home Furniture.
We see you as you sit behind the wheel of your truck. We see you shake out the nerves before you pick up your hammer, your scissors, your pots and pans. As you find new ways to keep the lights on and put the pieces back together, we see you. As you straighten the rows, keep your customers safe, and crunch the numbers, we see you. As you head back to work, we see you. You've got this. We're open to help you reopen. Visit bbb.org.
I don't believe there's another meteorologist in this area who has the experience and years that Dave has.
He's an Ely guy, he's local, he's been here.
His experience, that's something that's really special to CBS3.
He's just like this bastion of knowledge. He remembers everything.
Get to know Dave Anderson weekday nights on Live, local, CBS 3.
I am most excited about getting to really know the viewers in the Northland and getting to show my personality too and letting the Northland kind of get to know me. I'm a very energetic person. I'm always at 100 and I'm always excited to be able to tell stories and being able to have a little bit of fun with it too. And I think that's really, really important on a morning show as well because you need that energy in the morning to wake you up.
Wake up with Austin and Jenna at 5 a.m.
The show critics are praising as genius is now the Emmy winner for Outstanding Talk Show Host. That's a standing ovation. Yes. And the stars love it too.
You're so good.
America's Sweetheart is a hit and everything we love.
Oh my God!
This is why we connect. Hey. You say y'all, I say y'all.
That's how you say it.
Hey. You're wrong.
The Kelly Clarkson Show, weekdays at 3 on Live, local, CBS 3.
During our 4th of July sale at Home Sleep Express, get no interest financing for 6 years on any Tempur-Pedic and save $500 on any size Tempur-Breeze mattress. Plus, Home will give you a $300 shopping card, free delivery, and setup. Now during our 4th of July sale at Home Sleep Express.
It's now been a second consecutive day where we saw record warmth across the Northland. Now, Duluth, we tied our record high back in 1990. We sat at 93 degrees and we tied that old record. International Falls, however, broke their record of 90 degrees, also set in 1990, and they saw a high of 92 degrees this afternoon. We are in for yet another record high days for Saturday as we see plenty areas getting back into those 90s, and that includes us here in the Twin Ports. Now, current temperatures right now, it's about 10:15. They've cooled down significantly, especially for us by the head of the lakes. The winds have shifted just slightly for us, and that's bringing in a nice fresh air kind of for us. So we're looking at 71 down by the hill, 59 degrees, though, up in Grand Marais. And then areas further off to the west, they're still kind of warm in those upper 70s and even some 80s. Doppler and satellite in our area right here, we're looking at clear skies. That system that we saw producing just a few cells kind of moved through earlier this evening. That has cleared out, and we're under those clear skies. But if I take a look up to the north, you'll see just northwest of International Falls, we do have this line of storms that we're going to see with a series of short waves as they move across the region. That's going to be expected over the next several days in our extended forecast. It's just going to produce some quick passing rain showers and some isolated thunderstorms. So keep that in mind, especially for your northwestern regions in Minnesota. As we see that again for the 4th of July, it's going to sit over northwestern Minnesota. It's going to bring in some cloud cover, some chance for showers and thunderstorms. That will slowly approach our region late Saturday into Sunday. So for the afternoon Saturday, it's going to be beautiful here, 90 degrees, so plenty of sunshine and very warm. Humidity is also going to be very high in those dew points. As we get into Sunday, that short wave will slide across the region. We'll see cloud cover. That 20% chance of kind of showers will remain through the day. The humidity levels remain at 87 degrees for a high. Our average temperature is about 75, so our entire extended forecast well over the average. By we get to Monday, that low pressure down to our south and west start to inch closer to the region. That brings in another chance for showers and thunderstorms. And like I mentioned, it's not a lot of, there's small chances that we're going to see in the extended of just very spotty shower activity. So unfortunately, not a very long-term shower chance. Now, by 3 o'clock tonight into tomorrow morning, we will see some patchy fog develop mainly over Lake Superior, and that's actually what you see right here on the Futurecast. The gray shaded areas, actually the fog popping up on the Futurecast. Rest of the region, we're looking at calm to no wind at all. Last through the morning hours, we'll see some sunshine in the afternoon. There's that short wave up to our north and west that will bring some shower chances through the evening hours into Saturday night into your Sunday. So a few areas might get clipped, and then most of us will stay dry. Same deal goes for Sunday. We'll see a mixture of sunshine and clouds, a few showers and thunderstorms expected Sunday night as well. So get out and enjoy the 4th of July. It will be beautiful but very hot. Clouds will increase by the afternoon. Temperature is soaring up to 90 degrees yet again. Chance for showers late in the evening for us here in the Twin Ports. 7-day forecast, all 7 days sit well above average. As we see, the average sits about 75 degrees, so all 7 days are well above that average. We'll possibly hit 90 tomorrow, which would be our 3rd consecutive day here in the Twin Ports. And if we do hit that 90-degree mark, that would consider us that we have seen our first heat wave in a very long time. I mean, we haven't seen 90, let alone 2 days in a row 90. So seeing it again tomorrow is, it's weird. You know, we're not used to the heat. I've only been here for 2 years, and I'm already like, wow, I'm hot, you know.
I like the heat, but even today it's like, that just gets a little oppressive when those dew points get that level.
I think the problem is the humidity. People aren't used to that because of the lake. And so when those winds shifted after, 7 o'clock tonight, it felt beautiful.
Turned into a pleasant night. Maybe that'll happen tomorrow. Thanks, Caitlin. Well, 4th of July weekend is here, and as Caitlin just mentioned, it's no doubt going to be a scorcher. In the midst of a pandemic, though, we wanted to see how people were planning to celebrate this year. CBS3 photojournalist Wyatt Buckner went to Brighton Beach to hear what people had to say.
Well, today we're here with our daughter and son-in-law from the Twin Cities, and they always like to come up and see the lake. We think that's pretty exciting because we've been pretty shut in for 3 months.
I am moving into a new house. My boyfriend and I just bought a place, and we started moving yesterday and got the bulk of it done this morning. So we were taking a break to come jump in the lake because, of course, we're moving on, the hottest weekend so far. We were just boiling up on the hill, so coming down here was a must.
Oh, it's gorgeous. We're surprised at how many people are here today.
If we go into any place, we're wearing masks, we're sanitizing everything. Mostly just kind of staying as distant as we can from other people.
We're keeping a distance, and we feel perfectly safe right here.
It's a little different, but it's nice to have the good weather and the sun and the lake.
We love being outside. We're just enjoying it a lot.
As you can see, many residents are choosing to celebrate the holiday in a safe manner. Still to come on Live Local CBS 3, air travel is making a comeback this holiday weekend. Details are coming up.
CBS 3 live cams are brought to you by Kohler Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac. You're not just getting a car, you're getting Kohler.
Incredible deals, huge markdowns, plus free doorstep shipping on everything. What a sale. The 4th of July sale at Slumberland Furniture.
Catch Eye on Parenting every Thursday at 6 with me, Leanne Valdez on CBS 3.
Duluth's downtown waterfront district is starting to reopen. Our small, locally owned businesses have hope. They're excited to safely serve you, and most of all, They miss you. Now is the time to show your support and invest in buying locally. When you support a local business owner and their employees, your dollars stay in our community, right where they belong. It gives a jump start to our economy when it's needed more than ever. We can do this. Let's show our love for downtown Duluth small businesses. Together, we are stronger.
Our Northland may not have the longest severe weather season, but it does come around every now and then. I'm hoping folks will keep an eye to the sky and on Channel 3 here this summer. If severe weather threatens, Austin Haskins, Caitlin Moffett, and I will keep our eyes glued to the radar. We'll break in if you need to hear about the latest storm developments. We'll work together to keep our region safe.
Watch Dave, Caitlin, and Austin for local weather you can trust on CBS3.
Dude, you gonna pick that up? Because there's no poop fairy to do that for you. See? Take these. They're not just poop bags. They're pride bags. Because you're doing the right thing for your neighbors and for the health of the whole watershed. Gotta fly. There's a Chihuahua cranking one out in Leicester right now. There is no poop fairy.
Every second of every day, it happens. Something big, something worth talking about. News happens, and you can't wait for it. You need to be constantly digging, asking, hunting, wanting more. More truth, more real answers. More who, what, where, when, and why. And it's about you. It's about now. It's about wherever, whenever. At Live Local CBS 3, it's about the news. Your neighborhood news.
Right now at Slumberland, get a Sealy mattress, any size for one low price, starting at just $99 each piece when purchased in sets. Want it extra plush? Just $199. The 4th of July mattress sale at Slumberland Furniture.
Northwest Outlet is open for business. Now save up to 40% off store-wide.
When severe weather hits, tune to CBS 3.
Tonight at 10, we'll be out here in the storm.
For up-to-date coverage morning and night.
Stay away from here.
Live local weather coverage on CBS 3 Duluth.
Air travel is inching back, and this holiday weekend it has even spiked, even as the debate continues as to how to keep flyers safe from COVID-19. Here's CBS's Chris Van Cleve.
Closed beaches in Texas and California, curfews in Miami. Welcome to a COVID 4th of July weekend. The city of Chicago is joining several states, including New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut, requiring visitors from coronavirus hotspot states to quarantine for 14 days upon arrival. Mayor Lori Lightfoot.
We're going to do everything that we can to keep members of the public safe.
That will include visitors from California, and some don't like it.
Like, once you set foot on that ground, like, you have to quarantine. That's what that means. Like, I don't want to have to go through that.
But millions are traveling. Just how many is hard to predict. AAA did not offer its customary holiday travel forecast.
We definitely expect it to be down. If people are traveling for the 4th, they're definitely going to be traveling by car.
And probably not going very far.
Yeah. When people do travel, it's all local, it's regional, and it's going to be to places where they can social distance mostly.
More than 625,000 people passed through TSA checkpoints on Wednesday, among the busiest since mid-March, but down more than 74% from last year. Here, a desolate Chicago O'Hare at 9:45 that morning.
No question, flying is different. Here we are at the start of the 4th of July holiday weekend, and there are dozens of empty seats on this plane.
But that's not always the case. American Airlines said Thursday was its busiest day in months. The number of flyers up a staggering 878% from early April. The surge in flyers didn't sit well with Oregon Senator Jeff Merkley, tweeting from his seat, "How many Americans will die because you fill middle seats?"
American says 26 seats were open on that flight. It was about 83% full, actually below the social distancing cap the airline recently dropped. While the CDC advises travelers to wear a mask, wash hands, and keep distance, the city of LA told people to cancel plans and avoid gatherings altogether. Coming up in sports, a first look at some hockey masks that two UMD goaltenders over at the college will be wearing this upcoming season.
Every second of every day, it happens. Something big, something worth talking about. News happens, and you can't wait for it. You need to be constantly digging, asking, hunting, wanting more truth, more real answers, more who, what, where, when, and why. And it's about you. It's about now. It's about wherever, whenever. At Live Local CBS3, it's about the news, your neighborhood news.
The show critics are praising as genius is now the Emmy winner for Outstanding Talk Show Host. That's a standing ovation. Yes. And the stars love it too.
You're so good.
America's Sweetheart is a hit and everything we love.
Oh my God!
This is why we connect. Hey. You say y'all, I say y'all.
That's how you say it.
And you're wrong.
The Kelly Clarkson Show, weekdays at 3 on Live Local CBS3.
Mariah Haberman here from Discover Wisconsin. Join me and the rest of the DW crew every week on this station for all things Wisconsin. Continue the adventure on social media and discoverwisconsin.com for behind-the-scenes content and great Wisconsin giveaways, including a chance to win a free vacation. This week's featured prize package could take you to Oak Creek. Just visit discoverwisconsin.com for details.
Our Northland may not have the longest severe weather season, but it does come around every now and then. I'm hoping folks will keep an eye to the sky and on Channel 3 here this summer. If severe weather threatens, Austin Haskins, Caitlin Moffett, and I will keep our eyes glued to the radar. We'll break in if you need to hear about the latest storm developments. We'll work together to keep our region safe.
Watch Dave, Caitlin, and Austin for local weather you can trust on CBS3.
When news happens, CBS3 is there. We're cutting in with a follow-up to some breaking news.
Anytime, day or night. More cases of the coronavirus are popping up across the Northland.
The only confirmed cases in northeastern Minnesota.
Not go shopping today unless you absolutely must. Do not collect any supplies or equipment unless you absolutely need it today.
The Northland has seen its first coronavirus-related death.
For breaking stories that impact the Northland most, tune to CBS3.
I want people to tune in, and I want them to see a friend, because I'm a mother, and I know how hard it can be. You're doing all these things, and then you have the child, and then no one talks to you about how lonely it can be. You know, who do you lean to? Who do you connect with? This segment is very important to me because I get to work, but I also get to work on my passion.
Catch Eye on Parenting every Thursday at 6 with Leanne Valdez on CBS3.
While their season is still up in the air, UMD women's hockey goaltenders Emma Soderberg and incoming freshman Viola Schobeck will be featuring a new mask. Helmet head design based out of Omaha, Nebraska, have created two unique special masks for Soderberg and Schobeck for this upcoming season. Each of them sent in ideas of what they would like to complete their mask with features like the Duluth lift bridge to make it the way they want it. Helmet Head has done designs for racing and the Nebraska-Omaha men's hockey team, but is now excited for this new collaboration with the UMD women's hockey team.
For us, you know, we don't do a whole lot of pro stuff. We do a lot of the college stuff, a lot of the Tier 1 stuff, but we also work with a lot of the youth, and just getting our artwork into a new community, into a new area, especially in the state of Minnesota. I mean, us being from Nebraska, we're not really that hockey hotspot. I mean, Omaha's growing for our youth stuff a lot, but it's nowhere near what Minnesota is. So just getting our artwork into Minnesota, into a different part of Minnesota, is huge for us.
Sperano says the mask will be completed in the coming weeks and shipped to Duluth for both Soderberg and Schobeck to start using when they hit the ice. While Major League Baseball teams have started reporting to camps all across the country, the MLB announced today there will be no Midsummer Classic. The Midsummer Classic was scheduled to be played at Dodger Stadium, but instead, Los Angeles will host the game in 2022. Due to COVID-19, baseball has yet to play a real game. The 2021 All-Star Game will be played in Atlanta. The NFL plans to play the Black National Anthem before every game in Week 1 of the football season. That's according to a source familiar with the league's discussions. The source says, "Lift Every Voice and Sing" will be played before the Star-Spangled Banner. It starts with the nationally televised first game of the season on September 10th. It will also be played during the full slate of those Week 1 Sunday afternoon games, during Sunday Night Football, and during the 2 ESPN Monday night games. Lift Every Voice and Sing was first performed in 1900 by a choir at the segregated Stanton School in Jacksonville, Florida, as part of a celebration of Abraham Lincoln's birthday. Huge news out of the NFL today as the Washington Redskins may change their nickname. FedEx, the title sponsor of the team's stadium in Landover, Maryland, requested they make the name change. Today, the team released a statement that said, in part, they will undergo a thorough review of the team's name. The commissioner of the NFL, Roger Goodell, said in a statement the league is having ongoing discussions with the team owner, Daniel Snyder, and are supportive in this important step. The franchise has been known as the Redskins since 1933. The late Kobe Bryant will be memorialized on the cover of the video game NBA 2K21. The Mamba Forever edition will feature Bryant on 2 special covers. They were hand-painted by an artist using 2 of Bryant's most famous photos as inspiration. The game's release date has yet to be announced. Bryant, his daughter Gigi, and 7 other people died in a helicopter crash in January. Bryant last played in the NBA in 2016 before retiring. He went down as one of the all-time greatest players with the NBA, with 5 championships and 18 All-Star appearances. That's it for sports. We'll have more after the break.
CBS3 closed captioning is brought to you by Essentia Health Pharmacies, keeping things safe, simple, and convenient through mail, local delivery, drive-through, and curbside pickup services.
Dude! You gonna pick that up? Because there's no poop fairy to do that for you. See? Take these. They're not just poop bags. They're pride bags. Because you're doing the right thing for your neighbors and for the health of the whole watershed. Gotta fly. There's a Chihuahua cranking one out in Leicester right now. There is no poop fairy.
Our Northland may not have the longest severe weather season, but it does come around every now and then. I'm hoping folks will keep an eye to the sky and on Channel 3 here this summer. If severe weather threatens, Austin Haskins, Caitlin Moffat, and I will keep our eyes glued to the radar. We'll break in if you need to hear about the latest storm developments. We'll work together to keep our region safe.
Watch Dave, Caitlin, and Austin for local weather you can trust on CBS3.
Duluth's downtown waterfront district is starting to reopen. Our small, locally owned businesses have hope. They're excited to safely serve you, and most of all, they miss you. Now is the time to show your support and invest in buying locally. When you support a local business owner and their employees, your dollars stay in our community, right where they belong. It gives a jump start to our economy when it's needed more than ever. We can do this. Let's show our love for downtown Duluth small businesses. Together, we are stronger.
We see you as you sit behind the wheel of your truck. We see you shake out the nerves before you pick up your hammer, your scissors, your pots and pans. As you find new ways to keep the lights on and put the pieces back together, we see you. As you straighten the rows, keep your customers safe, and crunch the numbers, we see you. As you head back to work, we see you. You've got this. We're open to help you reopen. Visit bbb.org.
I got into journalism when I was in high school, actually, and that's where I really fell in love with the news and the storytelling aspect of it, being able to bring those things together and keep people informed. It's so important for us to be in a community like Duluth, to be able to hear your stories and then bring them to everybody else in the community.
Wake up with Austin and Jenna at 5 a.m.
Hi, I'm Dr. Charity Reynolds. I would like to remind you that COVID-19 is still around. Remember to wash your hands, wear your mask, and stay home as much as possible. Thank you.
A tortoise looking for love has gone missing on the hillside. Flash's owners are asking people who live in Duluth Hillside and East Hillside neighborhoods to keep an eye out for the tortoise. It is mating season and he's wandered off. He's gone missing before, but they're asking people to check the corner of their yards and under porches or decks. Flash also likes flowers. He may be more active on sunny days as well. If you find him, we'll have his owner's contact information on our website. Well, hopefully they can find poor little Flash.
Yeah, I mean, you gone missing before. That's kind of sad.
Yeah, he might be hiding with all this heat, trying to get to cool places.
Warm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because things aren't going to change as we head into tomorrow for the 4th of July. It's going to be very sunny.
Yeah.
And it's going to be very warm. The humidity levels will also be pretty high. So it is going to be a hot, muggy afternoon. But it'll be pretty dry here in the Twin Ports. A nice afternoon to get outside, get on the water, enjoy the nice outside that we have here. But, of course, be careful with fireworks and be careful with the sun because it is hot and you will get burned very fast if you are out there all day. Otherwise, 7-day forecast, the really only thing to say is it's going to be hot and warm all 7 days. So enjoy the warmth while it's here.
Enjoy indeed. Have a safe and happy 4th of July, everyone, and a great weekend.